Welcome back to Like a Doll's Eye statue reviews. Today I have the Sideshow collectibles and legacy effects Iron Man Mark 42 Maquette. So, my opinion, this is a nice piece. This piece gets a lot of grief, or got a lot of grief, I should say. And, some of it I think is justified. This and the Iron Patriot, when it came out, a lot of paint app problems as far as like the black lines not being exactly where they should be and stuff like that, and not being within the lines. It just a lot of people complained about that. I thought from normal viewing distance from the pictures I saw that the piece looked good. I wanted to take a chance. I want an Iron Man piece, so I took a chance on this one because I absolutely love the pose. And I still love the pose. I think that's what sets this Iron Man piece apart from all the others. Is I think it's got a great pose. I think it's a very heroic pose. He's a super badass pose, and it's just I think the pose is phenomenal, and he looks great from this angle, and he looks good. If you got him at that angle, just very heroic, perfect pose. I think Sideshow did with this. The paint apps, I got one with good paint apps. I think I don't see where the lines are really out, especially at normal viewing distance. I think he looks fine. He could be a little more, cherry red, I guess, or whatever. A lot of people complain that he's got that burgundy look. But I think it's a nice piece. The base is okay. It's nothing super special or anything. Um, my biggest complaint has nothing to do with the statue itself. Has to do with the source material it comes from. I'm not an Iron Man 3 fan, and I'm not a huge fan of the suit itself. I don't like all the gold. I prefer the more red Iron Man look, where it's more red than gold. But really, it was about the pose. I just fell in love with the pose, and I kept looking at pictures of it and just kept thinking, I kind of want to have this in my collection. So I took a chance. I actually did a trade for it and got them. And before I go on much further, does have a light up feature. Let me go ahead and light it up. I got to find it. There we go. Light up feature, very bright lights. Looks very cool. Um, it's a nice piece, like I said. I got no complaints with the piece. So I got it with a trade. I ended up trading for it, and I gotta be honest, I'm selling it. Actually, I sold it. Nothing against the piece. I believe this 100%. If you end up getting a piece where you're not in love with the source material, there's something missing there. And for me, I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man 3 or the suit itself. I just happen to love the pose, and I like Iron Man. If this was the same pose, and I don't care if it was even from Iron Man 3, but if he had more of the red gear on, more of the classic look from Iron Man 1 or 2, I'd keep it. I wouldn't care what movie it's from because it looks enough like. But this one stands out. I mean, this is obviously Iron Man 3 outfit. And it's not my favorite outfit anyways. Even this was in Iron Man 1 and this was the suit in Iron Man 1. I don't know if I'd have this because I'm just not as big a fan. So it had two strikes going against it. I didn't like the film at all, and it just wasn't my favorite color scheme as far as the suit goes. Everything else is a home run. I like the light up feature, even though I rarely ever used it. I like the pose, as I keep stressing. I think the pose is phenomenal, and I like I thought the paint apps were done well on it. I have no complaints. I think he looks great. Um, Again, it just ends up boiling down to was not in love with the source material. And that's happened a lot of times. I see statues, I think they look cool, and I take a chance. Lobo is one. Lobo is a great statue. It is phenomenal. I don't have any feelings towards the source material. I mean, I've read some Lobo comics. He's okay. But man, that statue is awesome. So I got him. Him and Dog. I had them. They looked great in my room. They got sold because I really believe if you don't love the source material, no matter how great a statue is, you'll kind of get sick of looking at it because there's no connection there. And I've talked to some guys online about it that they usually tend to agree. If that passion isn't there for the character from that particular film, or the suit in this case, or the suit isn't perfect, if you don't have that love there, you'll eventually kind of get bored of it. I think that's what happens to me. I think Lobo is a great example. I think Lobo is about as good of a statue as it could have been done by Sideshow, and one of their 10 best. It's just phenomenal how well that was done. I didn't have a love for the character. I had it for about 6 months and sold it. Same thing here. I had this for about maybe not that long, 6 months, 5 months. And I kind of need room too. And I'm hoping someday Sideshow puts out a good red, the Mark III is what I wanted. And that was on their list. And now I'm hearing Disney doesn't want them doing anything before Mark 7, or I don't know. I don't know all the Mark. I'm not a huge Iron Man fan that way, where I know all the suit numbers and stuff. But so I guess they don't want to do anything, pre, Disney taking over, so pre-Avengers. And that's too bad, because I really want an Iron Man Mark III. I missed out on the Mark IV, I guess. I don't know what number it was from Iron Man 2. I like that one also, and I think that's a phenomenal looking piece. Probably my second favorite Iron Man piece. I didn't get that because back then it seemed like 500 was a lot. How funny that is now, and times have changed. Legacy Effects, Iron Man, $500. Why is that so expensive? Why? Oh, because Legacy Effects. And meanwhile, 5 years later, Hulks are running for $725, and pieces are about $500, $550 the norm now. So anyway, now Iron Man Part 2, it looks like a deal at $500. So anyway, great piece. Those of you that have it, I know you probably like it, that kept it. Those of you who are on the fence about getting it, I mean, as long as you know you're getting one with decent paint apps, if you're buying one on eBay and from someone or you can see pictures of the actual piece, I think it's worth it. If you are a fan of the suit and if you're a fan of the movie, it's absolutely worth it. I have no issues with this piece at all. I think he's got a lot of presence, and I think he's very classy looking. Again, I wish I loved the source material a little more, and I like I said, in the color scheme of the suit is not my favorite. So anyway, that's it. Iron Man 3 statue from Sideshow and Legacy Effects. Very nice, cool light up features. He is on his way out the door. I'm going to pack him up as soon as I turn this off. And hope you enjoyed the review. I'll be coming up here. I think my next review I'll be doing, I got Red Hulk in the mail recently. So I just did a review on gray and green together. I think I'll do a review on red, gray, and green, and go on which I think is the best, gray, and which I think is the worst, and I'll save that, and why I think one's the best, gray, and which one's the worst. And when I say worst, I don't mean like this one sucks bad. I just mean that that's why it's not my favorite. So that's what's coming up next. I'll probably do that this weekend. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the nice comments I've been getting. Thanks for this subscriptions and stuff like that. That's cool. Glad you guys are enjoying this. Sorry about the shaky cam. I got one complaint about my cam being shaky, so I put on the no shake on the YouTube thing, and I think that makes it look goofy. But I don't know. You guys can leave comments if I should, just leave it as is, and you'll deal with my shaky hand, or if I should put on the stabilizer, that YouTube option, and it kind of gives it kind of a weird effect. And maybe one day I'll invest in a more expensive camera, but this is just for fun, and hope you guys enjoy it. So, all right, talk to you later.